ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So of course, before I get into this, I do want to apologize. I haven't been around as much of late, and the reason for that is, for the longest time, I've had one job, which is about 2 hours away from home, and that's been what I've been supporting myself off of. And just recently, I got basically a shot at my dream, one of my dream jobs, or not my dream job per se, but a major step in that direction. And so that's the second job I'm holding right now, and it's still 2 hours away from home, one way. It's massive part of my day to go there and back again and stuff like that, and it just cut down on my free time so much that YouTube has suffered, and I'm so sorry for that. It just means that I need to structure my free time better in order to make sure that I can still do YouTube for you guys. And I think I've figured that out now, and so you guys should get videos coming out on a regular basis. Once again, I'm so sorry for that. I do a much better job explaining this in the VK4503A game that I just recorded like 20 minutes ago, but of course for you guys it was like 24 hours ago. But the audio quality on that is crap, because reasons you don't need to worry about. Doesn't matter. Anyways, everything's more or less fine now. This is back to old standards, and we're just going to jump right into this game. So this is a Ninja 44 in the ELC, and Ninja is one of the better guys to ever play an ELC on this channel. And there you go, 3 marks of excellence. Don't platoon up with a scout, he says, which is of course how the T-28 ended up in a tier 7 game as a tier 4 tank. So wherever I have a failed platoon in this game, this is of course a tier 7 game on Westfield, and our T-37 is acting like he, well, let's say he's about as sharp as a bag of hammers wrapped in cellophane. Yeah. Anyways. Ninja is going to show you guys how to play the ELC. If you've ever really wanted to know, watch this guy, watch how he plays it, watch when he's aggressive, when he's not aggressive, and you will get a much better idea as to how to play this. Now, he does have something like a 6 perk crew in this thing, so yeah, some of these shots and plays he's going to make aren't possible for the average run-of-the-mill person playing the ELC, because he just has so much skill and so much time invested in this tank. But that's, if you apply the principles and the way he plays this tank, I'm sure you can come up with similar results. Though I won't say as good, because of course few players play the ELC the way the ELC clan plays it, and this guy is a former member of the clan ELC. So you can see him trying to get harassing shots on this T-37. Yeah, that's what that is. He's trying to make sure he waits long enough for his aim to settle enough that he punches these shells to where he wants them to go. And he doesn't want to get spotted while he does all this, because of course getting spotted is bad when you're a tank as tiny and as lightly armored as this thing is. I personally probably would have taken that shot, but you notice that Ninja doesn't. He holds his fire until he pretty much guarantees the hit, and then he fires. Now you will see him do some more aggressive plays later on in the game, I have no doubt. But for right now, he is playing very, very passive, and in a very laid-back position. He's not going as aggressive as an ELC driver tends to go later in the games. These are not the plays an ELC is famous for, but it is something the ELC excels at. Yeah. That's totally what I was trying to say. This thing is great as a sniper for the first little bit of the game, which is what Ninja was using it for. And by using it as a sniper, he gets a bunch of damage out early, he gets some sustained damage out, and he harasses the enemy team, make sure that later on, when he finds them, he can kill them much easier. And this poor T-37 has gotten to the point where Ninja decides is no longer worth keeping him around, and he just drops over that ridge, shotguns the guy, and that's what I mean. Ninja pulls the trigger on the aggression and goes right in, knowing exactly the time when he can take advantage of that T-37 and take him out. That's a whole tier higher than him in the scout line. That thing is a beast in its own right, and Ninja just took it out like it was yesterday's trash. And now he's gonna demolish this poor Skoda T, who's never gonna see any of these shots coming. He is helped out by the Cromwell, who's tagging along behind him. And at current time, the teams were actually losing, but it's worse than that because, of course, there's 3 Arties on each team. So, yeah, as much as we're losing, we only actually have 3 tanks over on that side of the field. And the KV2, who's so far back, we have lost communications with him. You can tell he's just this little green dot on the map. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So Ninja is going aggressive. He is pushing up. He knows where the majority of the enemy forces are, and he's going to go and confront them in an interesting way. I have no doubt he's not going to just pop up and try and do the traditional shot-for-shot duel with these guys. He's instead going to try something like this, where he basically surprises them, puts a shot out, and then pulls back before they can ever line up a shot on him in return. Unfortunately, he does get shot by the enemy Cromwell, who is not lit right there. And so, or wait, was that Cromwell B way back there? Maybe. Anyways, either way, he does take a little bit of damage, and then he just zips on out of there. Unfortunately, running into all the trees. And only because he's typing, mind you, but note to everybody out there, when you're trying to make good your escape, don't run into all the trees. It will slow you down so much that you will probably not get out. Now he's going to slip back up to his original position on the hill. He's using the IS to spot for him, but the IS is probably going to go down soon here. He's only on a couple of health, and the KV2 gets shut down by the grill. Enemy Cromwell, or sorry, friendly Cromwell takes out the enemy grill and the enemy Cromwell, and Ninja gets up here completely unspotted. Friendly Cromwell takes a shot to the face from the Bishop, returns fire, and a Ninja should finish him off here in a couple seconds. Did want to get part of that kill, though he could have left it, and the Cromwell would have gotten it for sure. Enemy Cromwell in the middle of the map, harassing our IS, should get the kill on the IS fairly quickly here. The Cromwell can actually go aggressive on the IS fairly reliably, because of the average damage from the IS again is about 390 or so. So plus he's got a bunch of support from his own IS over there. There is a AT-8 out in the middle of the field. Unlikely that he spotted us, so look at this. Ninja loads some prem ammo, and he's just going to wait till this guy's in the perfect position. There we go. Straight through. Good lead on that. Puts it right through the gun port on this little gun on the side, and just pops him. Now he is reloading some regular ammo. He scouts out the GW Tiger, or GW Panther, sorry. And he's going to sit on this ridge line. Oh, no, he's going to slide down it a little bit. And he's going to move around because his tank won't get the gun to the right position. And then he's just going to pop this guy. No! HE shell fails to pen. And he only does a little bit of splash damage. Gets himself lit up. He's going to reload a regular shell. And he's going to juke out on the GW Panther now that he doesn't think he's lit anymore. He's going to juke back the other way. Remember not to go through the cap circle. He does not want the Panther to know where he is. Meanwhile, our Cromwell is racing back to defend our artillery. And doesn't get there to defend the first artillery. Might be able to defend the grill. Looks like the IS is over there as well. Let's see this. Ninja's not knocking anything over. He's being very careful to be extremely stealthy right here. He knows where the enemy is. He does not want the enemy to know where he is until he's ready to kill him. He knows the GW is somewhere ahead of him. GW saw the Juke coming, but doesn't know where he is soon enough to predict him well enough to survive the encounter. Good job from Ninja right there, taking apart that poor grill, or yeah, it was totally a grill. It was a GW Panther, for crying out loud. And unfortunately, the rest of our team is more or less decimated. There's only the Cromwell left, and he's had to retreat. He's on 160 health. He's pulling back out of there. He does not want to go face to face with an IS, and we can't blame him. Now, how much damage did the Cromwell do to the IS in all this? We don't know. Ninja's gonna jump up on this side. He's not gonna have time since they both jumped on the cap, which is actually what I was about to say, is if they both jump on, there's no way he has enough time to circle around like he wants to. The Cromwell's way out of position. It is going to come down to Ninja here because as far as just he knows exactly where to park. He's just gonna snipe out the Cromwell as soon as it stops moving. Booyah! Ooh, not quite enough to kill the Cromwell. Doesn't get lit, so he just pulls back into the same position. The Cromwell is running more or less. The IS has turned his turret. I mean, if he's just gonna give us the side of the turret, boom, right into that side of the turret, resets the cap. That might not be a defender, but it should be darn close, as looks like the Cromwell fired HE into the side of the IS and bring him low enough that Ninja can snag that kill and pull out his top gun, and is going in for the Cromwell B. Our Cromwell is still playing well, chicken. He's sitting up there as far away from this battle as he can get, and apparently he's going to let Ninja do all the work as Ninja comes flying in here. And he's going to pull a handbrake turn. Oh, yep, there we go. I expected it a lot sooner. I expected a handbrake turn around here, but he waited to here to guarantee that he knew where that Cromwell was going to go, and guaranteed that he had it lined up dead to rights, pulled the trigger, and got his 7th kill. That was beautiful. Now, of course, it does need to be noted, he is running strong coffee on this thing, and he has something like 6 crew perks, or 4. Ninja will have to clarify it in the comments. It doesn't really matter. The point is, he's ran a lot of games in this thing. And so, if you try and pull out these kind of stunts, you may not do it as well. But there's 2 things you need to keep in mind if you ever want to play the ELC well. First off, its camo value means that you can take shots from positions that no other tank would be able to take. Take, for example, the shots at the beginning of the map where he was putting shots into these guys here from reasonably close to them because of the fact that he was firing through camo, and his tank is amazing at that. If you throw a camo net on this thing, you can put into stupid positions and fire from them really effectively. The other thing, of course, is use the speed and maneuverability of this thing. And the last point I do want to make is if you're going to try and do some of the crazy maneuvers that Ninja did in this, remember that this thing has to get a lot closer than you think it does before you pull that trigger. If he had stopped, done a handbrake turn, and fired even like to a Cromwell over here, from here, that probably would have missed. But the fact that he is like, what, maybe 10 or 20 feet away from this guy? No, that's not right, but whatever. He's what, a tank's length away, right? When he pulls the trigger right here. This is how close you want to be before you pull the trigger if you're going to do a shotgun run on an enemy tank. You want to be as close as you can get without hitting them before you pull the trigger. Anything less than that, and you're probably going to miss. The gun bloom on this thing is so large when you're moving that it's not worth shooting on the move unless you are close enough to stick your gun inside the enemy tank before you pull the trigger. Anyways, beautiful game. Thank you so much, Ninja, for saying this in. Master, well, Ace Tanker. Fire for Effect, Defender, awesome, High Caliber, and Top Gun. And of course, Patrol Duty, just because why not? Now, of course, the fact is that the Ace Tanker isn't really something that we care about, because 3 marks of excellence, I'm sure has got many an Ace Tanker. The High Caliber and Patrol Duty, though, are harder to get than you think they are, especially in something like the ELC. That was beautifully done. Look at that. This is a tier 7 game, mind you. And he still pulls out 2,600 damage. That's more than quite a bit of the rest of his team put together. We're not going to talk about the IS, because it's just, good lord, that thing was not did not have its best game there. But look at that. I mean, he's just head and shoulders above everyone else in the game. More than 1,000 experience above the enemy, Cromwell. And like 600 experience above the next leading guy on his team. That was a monster of a game. Thank you so much, Ninja, for saying that in. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Again, I'm sorry that the YouTube commentaries have dropped off. It's because now I have a second job. One which I've wanted for quite some time, and it's like a major step forward towards my dream job. And so yeah. It does mean my free time is a lot more limited than it used to be, and I gotta structure it a lot better so I can actually put videos out for you guys. And that's, well, as we can see this week, videos are gonna come out on a nice pattern. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.